I often meet clients who ask themselves, I don't know what my life's mission is. I don't know how to contribute more. And it's true that some people seem to have always known where they're going. They have a clear vision of what they want to do in life, and it's been obvious to them forever. But that's not the case for everyone, and it definitely wasn't for me. Since I was 13, I believed I was meant to be a nutritionist. The only problem? I didn't want to go through all the years of study. School was never something I was passionate about. What I truly wanted was to take care of people. But when I started my studies, I quickly realized it wasn't for me. So I had to figure out what I really loved. Then, at 18, an incredible opportunity came my way, the chance to buy a gym. And it all started with a simple phone call. A friend asked if I could help out last minute as a trainer. And 30 seconds later, I was a trainer, just like that, with no formal training, no prior experience. I eventually went, of course, on to do my certification, but before I could even complete it, the gym faced problems. The owner could no longer manage it. A few weeks later, I bought it. At 19, I was now the owner of a gym and I had no idea what I was doing there. I learned how to take care of clients, to do accounting, manage a business. I had no idea what I was doing, but life opened doors for me to lead me to my life's mission. The challenge is that sometimes we go too fast, even though life sends us plenty of signals. Let me explain how I got lots of signals very quickly, and thankfully, I listened to them because life really rewarded me for it. I bought this gym very naively without knowing what I was getting into. At 19, I became the owner. Then I wanted to train as a yoga teacher. And I ended up at a training session with many little courses in different rooms in Montreal. It was called CanFit Pro for trainers. And during the session, I couldn't understand a word the instructor was saying in English because of her strong accent. So I left the room thinking, what should I do now? I looked at the list and saw a course on weight loss, nutrition, and training. But then I saw Zumba, and I had no idea what it was. But when I went into a class with hundreds of people dressed in colorful clothes with this amazing music, I was like, wow, what's happening here? Inside me, I felt this strong vibration like there is something here. I instantly fell in love with Zumba. 3 weeks later, I was in Ottawa for a one-day certification course. And in one day, they taught us to dance the basic steps, 1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha, and that was it. After that, I became a Zumba instructor. So I was the owner of a gym, had no idea what to do with it, and now I was a Zumba instructor with no idea how to attract people to my class. This was about around 2008, and there was no YouTube, no Facebook, and none of the amazing tools we have today to attract people. And how could I get people in my class? How could I come up with 10 choreography to dance for 45 minutes? All I had was a CD, a DVD, and all my courage, but no idea what to do with it. So I did an open house, and people came to try Zumba, and they say, "Oh, you're good." And you need to know that I had never taken a dance class before, never done aerobics, and never participated in a group class. Yet, I became, in my opinion, one of the best Zumba instructors in Quebec, or maybe even beyond. Not because of the quality of the dance, but because of the energy of my class. I learned it all one step at a time, just like everybody else. But I always did it with a root of love for how I could give my best, the best of myself. And if I had a video of my first year of Zumba, it would definitely be a disaster. I had no microphone, didn't know how to speak in front of a group, and I had no idea what I was doing. So I'd say, hello, dance for an hour, and then say, bye. At the end of my first session, of course, I had doubts. I thought, what am I doing here? This doesn't make sense at all. But at the same time, with all my naivety and desire to make people happy, to make women feel beautiful and good in their bodies, I pushed through a lot of fears I didn't even know I had. At the end of my first 12 weeks sessions, someone said, you should make like little paper so we can leave suggestion for your next session. Good idea, because at that time I was very shy and interacting with my public was not easy. So I went to the office to print papers for people to leave their feedback. And at the end of the last class of my session, I said, if you could fill out a little paper at the back to help me improve, that would be really nice. Bye. Then a woman said very loudly in the class, hey, I won't fill out the paper. I will tell you directly. And I thought, oh no, this is going to go badly. She's not happy. And she said, you should know, I didn't want to come to your class. My friend forced me to come twice a week, Monday and Wednesday. But I have to tell you that 3 months ago, before Christmas, I tried to take my own life. I didn't want to be here anymore. I didn't want to live. But my friend made me come to your class. And I have to say thanks to you, to the music, to the energy, to your smile every week, and to all the energy from women in your class. Thank you. I'm feeling so much better. And thanks to you, I want to keep going with my life. I was only 19 and I thought, what's going on here? At that exact moment, I realized that just by being myself and doing what I love, I had saved someone's life. It wasn't my intention, of course, but now that I know that it's possible, I want to make a difference in many people's life. But at that moment, I was just doing what I could with what I had, and I had no idea where I was going. But that time, I saved a life. When she told me that, I thought, wow, dance can do that. So I can live my whole life doing what I love and still make an impact. And this is a message for you, in case you wonder, am I making enough of an impact? I don't know what my life's mission is. I don't know what to do to be happy. My advice, though it might not be the best in the world, is one I've followed all my life. It's KISS. Keep it stupid and simple. The women who helped me develop my Zumba classes, who was an aerobic instructor, gave me tips and taught me this: keep it stupid and simple. I build my gyms on this. I build all my choreography of Zumba with this, and I build my coaching programs on this. Always keep it simple. So everyone wants to be there so they can follow along. Most people try to complicate everything, and that is self-sabotage. Complicating, overthinking, which means you never get anywhere. I've gotten so used to keeping things simple that with simple Zumba choreography, I changed someone's life. And over time, I've transformed many lives. Friendships were created, women who finally felt beautiful no matter their weight just by being happy in their own skin. I know I've made a difference in the lives of hundreds of thousands of women in my classes. But that moment when I wonder if I was good enough, pretty enough, thin enough to be a trainer, I changed that woman's life and she transformed mine forever. And when you have doubts and don't know what your life's mission is or what you're doing here, life will always send someone to give you a bit of hope so you can keep going because the world needs you.